From everything you see in this busy world, there's one thing that's so interesting to people: the perspective of a loner. When silence comes, I come to think of it as time and the world freezing. Every time the clock ticks to 12 p.m., this is the place where I eat my lunch. I sometimes get lonely when it's lunchtime. For my whole school life, I didn't develop any connection with any of my classmates. Each time I left the school, I had no hard feelings. I didn't have any social interaction. I was basically like a mute. I couldn't go to the comfort room. I couldn't eat. I couldn't talk. Even if they talked to me, for I have a very strong fear of people. When I transferred to a new school, the thing that improved is I can get to talk to with my classmates. The advisor asked me if there was something wrong with me, if I have depression. She said I was different. I am always silent. The teachers and classmates here have a strong connection with me than in my previous schools that I went to. But the truth is, next year I'm going to leave. I have only 3 months left here till summer vacation. So whatever connection I built here won't even matter in the long term. Quite depressing, truth to think of it. Will avoiding any connection here make the pain of separation less painful? Things come and go. I used to have a very close friend when I was 10. I was quiet, but by the time lunchtime came, I tell her everything about what I think. My stories, my life, my thoughts, and she would listen. We would talk all the time. She was the only person I could ever call as a friend. Things come and go. Can I just be happy for being alone? All of the time invested turns into dust. The pain of cutting off staggers me. Losing people that are important to me in a bliss of an eye. I think I overcomplicate friendships. If people read my minds, I don't think people will like to be with a person like me, of how complicated I think of things. When people try to befriend me, they see friendship as an everyday thing. But the only person that understands me most is myself. I just don't get why am I like this. If my social anxiety was gone, I think I would still remain as a loner. Most of my time is being alone. And when you're alone, things get silent. And because of silence, I tend to overthink. It feels like floating and dozing off from reality. The outside world just got even quieter, and the inner mind just got louder. Thoughts go everywhere. You get to question things and be curious. Loners have a higher rate of tolerance for being alone. We can get preoccupied with our own minds, but sometimes I feel the pain of being alone, which is loneliness. When it is silent, I get to dream and imagine things that will change mine and other people's lives for the better. I think silence is one of the major things that pushes me to reach success. The pain of silence makes you want to push yourself and change things. Take a rubber band for example. Silence is the tension where you get curious, analyzing things, thinking what's important to you, thinking of your values, just imagining and zoning off from reality. And when you're zoning off from reality and thinking and imagining things, you get to dream big. You get to dream of things you want. And after dreaming and thinking big, you get to see the pathways or things you have to do in order to get that. You can see it in the future coming. You can see it as if you can touch it already and doing whatever it takes in the world to get that. You feel so fired up to take the action. Like you believe that it will happen because you can see it in your imagination. Just because of thinking in silence. You get to be in this different kind of world. And when you take that action, you feel like a weirdo. Because not all people would want to take action. Loners may have different mindsets or way of thinking. I'm not telling that all loners think like this. I'm just telling some of my own. Loners do not crave the company of others. However, this does not mean that they do not have friends. They can be one of the most loyal friends in this planet. Because they value loyalty in all fields of life. I think I just have to love myself for being me and not hate myself for being such an outcast or a weirdo. We're all unique, and that's what makes us special in our own ways. Being alone is okay, but feeling lonely is not okay. I need to have friends that are willing to respect and give me some space when I need it. We need people in order to survive for our mental health. You know, come to think of it, I guess friends is one of the happiest things life has to offer. Thanks